Made for live betting.
Hello guys and welcome to the LOOT.BET Dota Season 1. As we're watching an exciting best of 3, the last best of 3 of today for this wonderful tournament between WindAndRain and Namiga Gaming. Few casters for today, myself the Swordfish, and join me, Lizard.
Hi.
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 It didn't matter.
How are you, sir?
Good, very
Did
happy.
you get a good nap?
What are you talking about? Me sleeping? I would never.
Never? Yeah.
Between
yeah.
casts, I watch more Dota to prepare myself.
Ah, you analyze.
Yeah,
you analyze what happened in the last game. You create spreadsheets like Nahaz, right?
Exactly, yes. But I do them in my mind, so it's even better than the Haas, because I don't waste paper like him.
Oh, so you're also very conscious when it comes to the environment. I respect a lot. You sound like some Spanish Antonio Banderas. You know, that's awesome.
Thank you very much, man. I try, certainly.
Wait, who talks like that? Pango, right? Pango has a little bit of an accent.
He does.
Spanish
He's
one.
like somewhere between French and Spanish. You're not really sure. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Man, Pago's my love. Like.
He's the Puss in Boots, right?
Yeah, it is. Yep. Which is actually Antonio Banderas as well.
Yeah, but he's a pangolier, so he's a pangolier in boots.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. That's too much for me. I'm good at this game and these drafts, and I'll talk about that instead. I give up. I give up on this. We have a Shadow Demon and Skyrat for WindAndRain coupled with Mars. Nothing too special. No real combos there, honestly. Like Mars Arena plus Skyrat isn't really a thing. Skyrat has been buffed. He has 30% bonus experience on level 10, which is pretty sick. Namiga Gaming on the other side, they have this Grimstroke plus Centaur, which is really strong. Then they have the Lina and the Chen. Lina most likely going to be your mid, right? I mean, definitely going to be your mid because Cent is offlane and Grim plus Chen are supports. So the last pick will be for their carry, Zitrax, and WindAndRain. They still haven't picked anything for Faye and Vish. That's their mid and carry. Actually, Faye is carry and Vish is mid. WindAndRain had some pretty bad performances in the last few days. They haven't really managed to do a whole lot in this tournament. They pick a Bloodseeker. I've seen one Bloodseeker and it has failed. We'll see if these guys manage to pull the Bloodseeker off.
Definitely
I don't know what.
Bloodseeker, though.
Huh? Yeah, most likely. I mean, you don't lane Bloodseeker versus Lina. That's definitely. Yeah, so it should be your safe lane Bloodseeker. I'm not certain how strong he is versus Centaur as well, though. Like you Blood Rage yourself.
Stampede, man.
Yeah. I mean that's true, but on the lane, shouldn't you? Like the last Bloodseeker actually that I saw, he wasn't even leveling Blood Rage at all. Like didn't really? Take one single level. Yeah, and I'm not certain why that is. Why he did that? Is it something that changed with Bloodseeker? Is it a new meta? Is there something that I'm unaware of? Because I don't see this hero a lot. Like even in that game is the last time and the only time I saw it in like a few weeks. So I'm not certain what their goal is with that. They ban out the Nikes, and yeah, it's just a decent hero versus Mars. And let's see what they'll last pick. They'll last pick a Dragonite.
That was very consistent lanes. Bloodseeker DK.
Yeah.
Healing on both lanes.
Yeah, super consistent lanes. Super, like not defensive, but like we're not gonna win them, passive, but we're not gonna lose as well. Yeah, very passive.
So you see DK. I mean,
you can't really mess with your lanes a lot if you're an Amiga, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you could. Carry. Yeah, you need to pick your carry, so. You're thinking about that now. Lina is still, I believe, going mid, and they will pick something for Zitrax. What did he own on? His Nikes was actually really good. That's also one of the reasons they banned it. What else can he get here? What's in the pool? Jack has been banned out.
Wraith King's in the pool, obviously.
Yeah, Wraith King is in the pool. Troll is still in the pool.
No, I kind of like the CK here as well.
Yeah, you can't really go for Slark because of the Bloodseeker. I guess you can't. Like, usually people would counter Slark with Bloodseeker, and then suddenly the Bloodseeker wouldn't do anything, and Slark would still win. Like the last patch when Bloodseeker was OP and so was Slark, Slark would still win. But mm, I, it's still difficult to go Slark versus Bloodseeker. So we'll see what they go for instead.
I mean, the Slurk in general is not that great against what they're showing. Shadow Demon's also pretty good because you can't dispel disruption.
Yeah.
They set up against you, among many things.
Yeah, they have the Mars as well.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm telling you, man, I'm liking the CK pick. Oh, Naga.
Naga.
You know, it was the illusion route. No, somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a good pick, I think, the Naga. Manta style dispel silence, which you have 2 of. You have the illusion to split push. They can't really deal with them. DK can, but a lot of armor anyway.
Yeah, on the lane versus Mars and Cube, I'm not certain how that will go because that 8 armor or whatever on Naga, 7 versus Skyrat doesn't do a whole lot. He can still spam you out. True. So we'll see. Boogie plus Cube should be alright on that lane. And also, I mean, they have the chance to create space early on, and the Lina and the Grimstroke. There's these combos of heroes that work well together, and I suppose they'll be able to create enough space for Naga, but we'll see. We'll see. They definitely will need to create a lot of space for her to come online, because Bloodseeker and Dragonite, they don't need a whole lot. Bloodseeker with Midas is already active, and Dragonite just needs level 6. And already he starts pressuring you.
That is true. But I guess it's also the fact that they can't lose the lane, which you were mentioning, which means Nemiga has literal maneuverability in the early game. Like, it's really once Lina gets the 6 that you can actually start committing the kill and maybe going for Bloodseeker and getting that rotation in. So we'll see. I don't know. The consistent lanes, they have good team fight as well with the Mars. It's a creative draft. I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually pretty decent. You have a really strong mid game, pretty decent lanes.
Definitely out of the box as well. Not really in the meta with the Dragonite and the Bloodseeker, right? The rest can be, like, Shadow Demon definitely is picked a lot. Skyrat, not picked a lot, but has been buffed recently. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
Let's see if first reconnect is the charm this time.
Oh, it's the radio cast again. Well, hello there. I am Lizard, reporting in from the 98.7 radio UCC.LOOT.BET. We have the Lina going mid, and versus her will be the Dragonite, played by Wish682. Wind and Rain. Wind and Rain. That's not the forecast. That's the team. Haha. I am so stupid. Haha. Shadow Demon and Skyrat are hunting Mars. Well, they're with Mars, hunting with Mars, and they will find Fervian. Good luck, FA. Good luck, HF. Will it work this time? Fervian is most certainly dead here, and the Mars picks up the first blood. We have the first blood for the Mars. Boogie takes it, and instantly he tips Nemiga Fervian, as if he laughs at him and his failures in life.
You die.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
that last statement, as if he laughs at him and his failures in life, is pretty brutal.
You can answer the phone. I'll continue the radio cast. Radio cast FM.
That's just to confirm I wasn't sleeping, so it's all good. It's all...
Oh, good alarm, man. 20 minutes late, but...
Hey. What are you talking about?
Wow, Mao TV. Positive reinforcements can go a long way toward victory.
Really? I have global items can be added to a shuffle list, causing a different random item to be chosen for that slot for every match.
Athos, the Lord of Blight, has a fragment of his essence stored in the Rod of Athos. Wow, I didn't know that. He was the Lord of Blight.
That's actually
And that's the first time I read this. This is some Harry Potter kind of stuff. Like Lord Voldemort, Lord Athos.
But like, if a part of you is stored forever in that rod, does that mean that like whenever they kill a hero with a Rod of Light or Athos, do you die a bit inside?
You don't die a bit. You rejoice a little bit. They used you. You like.
Oh right.
They
Like a-
they shake the stick and you fly out and you root the target.
Oh right, so it's like a dominatrix kind of thing. Like you enjoy that
Yeah.
inside. Okay.
Of course you do. Top lane does
Yeah.
Fervian enjoy this,
Kill.
I wonder. He likes being sticked against the tree and dominated like that. Maybe, I don't know. He dominated the melee creep, so there's that. He has one little...
Switching
Who
roles
even-
here a bit.
Who even starts Chen with Holy Persuasion level 1? I haven't seen that in a while. Usually what I see is Divine Favor level 1. And now Naga is in problems. Chen is not there to save her. But she's very tanky. It's looking very tanky, but we'll see. There are the blocks.
Wow, so much damage. They just need a
So
bit-
much damage, but still, yeah, still so tanky.
He has
but
that
you know
magic
who-
one though, there, so that makes a difference.
You know who likes this though? Bloodseeker, as he's getting his passive up.
That's true. I mean, yeah, you gotta have. Look, it's the same thing you're saying actually. It's Bloodseeker without the Blood Rage.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it's just up to level 3. I hope to get at 1 point in Blood Rage. I don't understand why you pick this hero if you don't go for any points in Blood Rage.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, and then he didn't skill it like until level 7 or something, which was really interesting. Wait, 7.22E. Blood Rate cooldown reduced from 18 to 12 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Blood Rage is nice now. I think that's.
Yeah, Blood Rate mana cost reduced. Yeah.
I think that's why they picked it actually with a Mars Bloodseeker. That's actually a pretty good combination. It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's consistent.
Arena plus Blood Rates does sound good.
Imagine if you go. Remember when the Bloodseeker used to be played like Octarine Core Bloodseeker and you used to just spam that Blood Rate and you didn't
Oh
even care about your
my.
physical damage.
God, I remember having 2 Blood Rates almost, one next to another.
Oh, it was the worst. There's the Blood Rage.
Oh. Yeah, he's got it, he's got it.
He's not good.
He's no fun. Yeah, he's no fun. Goes for the normal build, for the pleb build.
Yeah. No experimentation, you know.
Yeah,
no satisfaction.
shame on him.
If he wins this game, he'll feel bad about it because he won like a standard flip.
Yeah, he didn't experiment. Does the victory even count then?
No, not really.
That's the question. Yeah, right.
Oh,
Oh, he does.
I mean, he might not win anyway. The Inkswell could have hurt him, but that was a very nice disruption actually.
Yeah, El Lisage, the fox, the Polish fox, helps him out and saves the little Bloodseeker. Yeah, and he is low and he doesn't have a lot of regen, but he has that Blood Rage now to work with, so that should help him out. So far when it comes to CS, Centaur on top, 18 to 2, 17 to 3 by Lina on the mid lane, followed by Bloodseeker and Dragonite. So yeah, pretty standard even lanes, not really a whole lot happening so far. Not really action-packed besides those 2 kills on the Chen.
Yeah, I mean the kills of Chen don't really matter that much. It's just the Chen. Like, if you don't go for the Divine Favor level 1 and you do go for this build, you're just kind of meant to create space. We have seen some Chens going for the Holy Persuasion, but I've seen a lot in SCA. Like March was doing it in some of his games for Genespers. But because some people like really favor those early creeps. It's not that
Yeah.
effective, but it's just a bit of harassment.
If you get a good creep, it's good. But if you don't even devour the small camp, then it's like
Yeah,
you're not getting a good creep. It's very unlikely.
And even then you have to be quite lucky. Like it's really just the harpies.
Yeah.
And you're fine. Oh, bottom
The
lane.
ghost is alright, I guess. Bottom lane, yeah, Faye.
Yeah, he could be going down here. I mean, they have a lot of damage. Blood Rite can't be used here. Lysish a bit too late. Oh, just the last second. Lysish, much like a bad movie, come save your hero at the last second.
Yeah, that's a pretty good stick usage by Bloodseeker as well.
Yeah.
And Sash saves him. Chosen one. I guess he didn't have any more retaliate to hit him with. But Faye does survive in the end nonetheless, and he's a happy little camper on this lane. 24 CS catching up to that Centaur now. And this lane does become easier, I guess, for Faye. And as heroes become lower on the other side, that passive will kick in and he'll become scarier and scarier. Suddenly even a Centaur has to be careful against him.
That Blood Rite's becoming more and more powerful. Oh, he's going for the fish.
Oh! They didn't go there.
Yeah, that could have been scary. He's going for the build that maxes thirst though, so
Yeah.
not even maxing Blood Rite. I don't. What's the point, man? Just max the Blood Rite. Be ballsy. I was actually kind of curious to see that.
I mean, ballsy is the thirst, right? Get the thirst, get the attack speed and the movement
yeah.
speed, and just rush at them. So I guess he's going to fight early on. What's happening with Fish? What's he buying? Just the standard 2 bracers on the mid lane with Dragonite. Most likely we'll see him using that ulti very soon to try and pressure this tier 1, perhaps even with the catapult that's over here. Usually also what happens is teams try to rotate their supports around the Dragonite or around the Lina to try and pressure the Dragonite once he uses that form. And you can see Cube already running around mid, but he has very low mana to work with. I guess he can go for the rune. See. Alright, they go on the Lina.
They have the damage to kill her. Any other slows? No Dragon Tail either.
No.
Cube's kind of body blocking Wish, not really helping too much.
I'm not certain why would they waste so much time if they understand they don't have the mana, so just use the form and go back mid. You have the catapult still.
In the top lane, there's an attack again on Fervian this time, but okay. Bit disorganized. Like that could have been a disruption into Spear and you could have killed Fervian, but not if you just ignore him right after disruption.
Yeah, didn't really go on the same target, or Boogie just gave up on that kill. Bottom lane, however, they're going on Faye, and this might be a kill. Yeah, they get him.
Right.
And that's because Shadow Demon shows himself top. The moment he shows himself top, Faye should go back. He shouldn't be active on this bottom lane because he didn't see the Grimstroke top. He remains active on the bottom lane. He remains in the lane, tries to mess with them and eats a stun, eats the ink spell and dies. Now he's porting to the shrine. Now he's going to the jungle, but he already fed that kill and Centaur is having a blast on the offlane. Level 6, out leveling and out farming the Bloodseeker.
You're totally right. It's because you're up against a lane as well, like Centaur and Grimstroke. A lot of perk, a lot of kill potential. Particularly, you're talking about this in the draft. Like it's kind of lane where you go, is this really a good lane for Bloodseeker?
Yeah, the moment Shadow Demon leaves, you're done on that lane. Yeah. You can't really do anything there. Maybe now with the Skyrat rotating in and the level 6 attained by Bloodseeker, they have the Rupture to work with. So we'll see. Yeah, there's the Shadow Demon as well.
Go for him. Oh. Okay. No extra damage. Who do they use the Blood Rage on? The Bloodseeker. Oh, awkward. The Centaur could be dead by now, but whatever. Okay.
It's alright. They get him. One Rupture and he's just done.
Yeah.
He can't stampede out.
Really strong there.
Yeah. What's happening on the mid lane? Dragon form has been used for the first time and... Oh, Astral falls to Boogie. Alright. The arena has been popped on the top lane and he gets him.
This is a good rotation though. You are rotating 2 supports, putting the pressure you were talking about. He has Dragon form second time. This could be the time they can tower. Fervian though kind of annoys his potential rotation. Elias is just trying to creep some space, meets the creeps, doesn't want to meet the creeps.
Yeah, this Tomato and the Centaur are a little bit too strong for the Shadow Demon at the moment, so they go back. But Lina should be fine when it comes to just out pushing. Let's see. Oh?
Okay, that's them. He's dead.
For Naga, I guess, on the top lane, right?
Yeah?
Is it?
No, it's for Boogie in the top lane.
Yeah?
Wait, for Centaur, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was looking, I was like, is this a Naga? Am I blind?
Nah, for Centaur, right? My eyes just went YOLO.
Look at this Centaur though. He wishes he was Naga right now. Killed off immediately. Rupture. Second time they use it. They're using it pretty much off cooldown. That's how you're supposed to use the Rupture, ideally.
Yeah, it's awesome. It gave them 2 kills now, right? As well. And 2 kills on Centaur, who was, like I mentioned earlier, on top of the network. He was doing really well. Now he's not doing as well anymore. With those 2 kills, Bloodseeker surpasses him together with Boogie's Mars. And they're pressuring this tier 1. While on the mid lane, Dragonite isn't really able to pressure this mid. So I mean, he is, but not so much. He hasn't taken it down yet. He has to be careful. There is a rotation.
Yeah, from behind they come in. They have the stomp ready. Wish. Oh, nice Dragon Tail. Stop the stomp, and also the potential ink swap. Starts to tank this quite a lot. A fair amount of damage. Rotation for the supports, getting him a bit of space, and they allow him to get away. Nice Dragon Tail. That was what really saved him there.
That's so good because they also take the tier 1 on the top lane, and they just make an Amiga fail on that mid rotation with one single Shadow Demon disruption and that Dragon Tail. They didn't invest a whole lot into defending the Dragonite mid, which is really good for them.
The only thing I liked about I guess the one plus for an Amiga is that they still maintain the Naga farming during this whole time. So she's still, almost being the Bloodseeker in terms of farm. She's fine. but you are wasting a lot of time on the rest of your cores, especially the Lina, who has not had much of an impact right now. And if you compare the usage of Laguna Blade and Rupture, which are very similar spells, you know, get them immediately, use them, try to get kills.
Yeah.
You're not getting much out of the Lina right now.
And this Lina is trying to defend the mid-tier 1 constantly, but I don't think that's going to work for a whole lot longer, as they're already around here pressuring this tier 1, and they have the catapult coming in, plus 4 heroes, so... the only good thing is that Zitrax is farming, but you can't let them take all of your towers like this. All your tier 1s like this, that is. This Naga with this build that she's got, Mirror Image 4 and 404 basically, Riptide and Mirror Image, she farms so fast though. That's really good. And you can even fight, like sending a couple of those illusions on a Skyrat, he's pretty much dead. Like, I mean, he won't most likely die, but he needs to retreat, and he has no boots, so those illusions might even kill him if they proc a couple of times with the Riptide. Going for Diffusal afterwards, so that should be a bit more active. Usually if you go for Yasha, you're just continuously farming, you aren't joining fights. But it looks like he has the Diffusal first queued up. So if he gets that, I suspect that he will join these fights. But they do have ways of dealing with Naga, like later on. If Midas is completed on Bloodseeker, and if he goes for the good old school build, Radiance and I don't know, something like that, which isn't as popular anymore on Bloodseeker. But if he goes for Radiance and someone gets Shivas, like they can destroy those illusions very easily, and they won't be hurt way too much by Zitrax. They can diminish his damage output by quite a lot. Maybe Mars gets Crimson as well, and suddenly that true position 1 doesn't matter, even though he's 5-6 slotted.
Yeah, I mean, you have the Shadow Poison as well, which kind of annoys Naga before she gets hurt. The DK Splash as well. And DK is also going for Midas, so it might just be DK as well, like goes for the Radiance build, which we have seen before.
Oh, that's also possible, yeah.
But Bloodseeker can still go, like, the build that you were talking about, just in general, any build that takes advantage of Blood Right is very lethal against Naga. That pure damage tears through her like paper. I don't think it's an easy game for her at all. I don't think it's the best of picks, honestly, Naga, because I was suggesting the CK not so much of the illusions, but more because of the kill potential early. Naga doesn't really bring that as much to the table. Your core items per se are pretty expensive.
They haven't really managed to do a whole lot with this Chen as well. That was one of their biggest issues. On the lane, he fed 2 times, and then all of his rotations went just completely, I don't know, they just failed. He didn't manage to do a whole lot. Centaur had a good laning stage, then got wrecked by a couple of ruptures, and then that mid lane rotation also failed. Every move that they made so far, besides the farming move of Naga, didn't work out for them, so they're in a rough spot. We'll see what they can do to shake it off. Perhaps a couple of good pick-offs by the Lina. She can still blow up the Bloodseeker very easily if he's not careful. He Blood Rages, Lina Laguna Blades him and just zaps him instantly.
I think the point you're making about them not having much of an impact is partially because of WindAndRain's, I mean, outside the box, but pretty consistent lineup. Like, you have a bit of an aggression in the top lane with Mars and Skyrath, sure, but mostly Bloodseeker and DK will talk about this passive, consistent lanes, which means it's hard to really gank them consistently. As long as they don't make mistakes, it's really hard to get the kills. So then Lina's effect, Chen's effect, even to some degree as well, the Grimstroke, is not as powerful. And then you don't get the effect you'd want with these heroes, you don't get the space for the Naga. It's once WindAndRain reach their peak, it's a bit difficult to actually face them.
Yeah. They outplayed them a little bit on the lanes as well, right? Early on. Even though Centaur and Grimstroke were doing well on the offlane, their Dragonite was doing fairly well versus the Lina, and on the top lane they were pretty much just unaffected by the Chen. And I'm wondering, like, if this Lina, how much impact is she even going to be able to do versus these heroes? Is she going to be able to kill and take down anyone but the Bloodseeker? They're really tanky. With the Grimstroke combos, perhaps they can do something. We'll see. She has that Arcane Rune still to work with, so maybe we'll be looking at zapping one of these heroes on the mid lane, as Arcane Rune is on her and Tome of Knowledge is on Grimstroke, so you'll have that Soulbind for the next fight.
But it's a bit difficult to zap him though, because you have Disruption, which is that can actually evade Laguna Blade damage and Eliza Ray easily. So Eliza is actually a real pain in your ass right now.
Yeah,
see.
approaching them is a pain in your ass. Like,
Yeah.
you can't go next to these guys. Like,
Because all the
just-
carries have some sort of disable, right? And that's and they're the frontliners as well. So what do you do? Like, look, this is what we're talking about. You can't get close. Just give your tower away.
can't approach them. At least Naga is split pushing bottom and farming their jungle, so that's a good play.
Yeah. Like, Naga's taking advantage of this time, but I do feel like when you pick up a Lina, now
Chosen one.
especially, you
You've
kinda
been
wanna-
chosen for Rupture once again. He does port out this time around. I wonder why he didn't wait for Mars. He was so close.
Yeah.
If he doesn't Rupture, if he just waits there, he had vision, creeps were on him. So they
A bit
could have
greedy.
waited and killed him. Yeah, it was a bit greedy. Impatient movement there, nothing more.
It's okay. He gets enough farm, I think, for the Midas. I think it's coming to him on the courier. In fact, it's interesting.
Yep.
DK steals the courier. DK gets his Midas first. But Bloodseeker bought it a bit earlier.
Oh, we have a
Okay, Arena of
An
Blood.
arena.
Miss Spear, though, which means Fervian. Just gonna stay in there. He's like, well, I'm out. Did my job. Didn't work. Okay, back home.
Yeah, he just runs away as these guys are lagging and can't really can't react to this, it seems.
I love how different places call it lag. I feel like in CIS they always say lags. Never, it's not lag, it's lags. Like you don't have one lag.
Yeah. You have lags. Yeah, definitely.
Find Boogie here. Did he have a Monster Crate? Yes. He has got Tribute, who can't really do much. There's the Zippy Zap we're talking about, but Boogie saved by a disruption. Now from behind comes the Bloodseeker with a Blood Right, blows up Fervian, and Faye is in his primordial form right now, ready to finish off this Naga Siren. Stopped by the Song of the Siren though.
Oh, he might die here if they follow up properly.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Inkswell, Lightstruck Ray, perfect follow-up is what they were looking for, and the Bloodseeker went a bit too far, punished for it, as Cube also dies in the backlines with Fervian, using the double stomp combo of Tomato Centaur.
That's just unfortunate for them. That fight looked like it might go really well for them with the Bloodseeker rushing down the Lina. Sadly for him, Zitrax shows up. He's not just AFK farming, he shows up, uses that song, and counters the fight completely. If he didn't use it, Lina dies and Bloodseeker just rushes them over. But yeah, well played by Zitrax to actually be engaged. There's too many players that would be just super passive at that point and wouldn't even think about joining the fight.
I agree.
He actually did finish that Yasha, it seems. It should be on the career, yeah. So he did go for Yasha instead of the Diffusal first.
That's gonna be more passive of a Naga Siren. Can't really. I mean, he can join in fights, but he doesn't have the kill potential, especially with the perch, which is very useful. But at least he does farm a bit quicker, right? Which is an advantage. You do have the extra movement speed, which means you can kind of help in time fights as well. It's not like Wind and Rain is gonna push you too much. The Radiant's gonna come out of Bloodseeker, so it seems, and Wish will go for the Blink Dagger build. So they are gonna go for the classic build on Blood.
The blink on Boogie is alright too. They don't truly have a lot of catch. They can rupture someone, but they still can't really approach them and catch them. Blink on Boogie and blink on Dragonite will definitely ensure that they have ways of doing that. Faye on top lane. Fervion is recalling Lina actually. And he's dead. They get the Bloodseeker again. That's such a stupid looking kill too. And on the bottom lane, Centaur is being Dolan.
Okay, can they kill him in time? Here comes the Lina. Ooh, stuck in the Arena Blood. The Chosen One can't get in it because of the Stampede. Perfect Arena Blood there by Boogie. And ensures the kill on this Lina. They just need one more hit here to finish her off. But she will get Elizage on her way out. However, they take the tower in the process. Tier 1 for Tier 1.
A couple of mistakes there. First from Bloodseeker to die to recall to Chen recalling a target. That isn't really something that you should be falling to. He could have escaped that earlier.
Yeah.
At the same time, Lina porting in to try and help, but Boogie played that really well. Instead of using the arena to catch the Centaur, he uses the arena to catch the Lina instead, and then they turn on her and take her down together with the Centaur. So.
Yeah, because he's owned the Centaur as well, right? So they couldn't actually get out. So he essentially caught the Centaur between the arena and the tree.
But on the other side, yeah. It was really well played. They do take down the tier 1 on the top lane, Naga and Chen, while the tier 1 on the bottom lane is actually defended. I expected them to take that one, but I guess they backed off and are satisfied with just taking the runes.
Yeah. Maybe.
The runes.
They only take 2 though. I think one, sorry. The rune battles go the way of Amiga.
Yeah, it was only Bloodseeker on the top lane. He's just way too afraid. He just died a couple of times. He doesn't want to feed anymore.
He got ensnared. No, he was trying to go head on, man. He is not afraid. He got ensnared. He's like, well, I guess I can't commit suicide today. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't want to die in any case or whatever. Yeah.
Like, you know that you, right now, are not that strong. This build with the Radiance, I think it used to be played a bit differently. Because back in the day, Bloodseeker was strong with that item, so you could build Radiance, because who cares, right? But now, it's more like, when I get my Radiance, guys, I'll fight. There's time. Don't worry about me. But not before.
Yeah, before he could actually join even without it. Just the Midas would help. I guess you can do it. He could do it like in this game as well, right? In that last fight, he used the... Oh, let's see, Elisage. There's probably Lina being recalled or someone. Oh, actually no one.
He almost gets the kill on Furby Demonic Purge. He's forced to use the Magic Stick and the Fairy Fire. In fact, here comes the Bloodseeker. He's like, guys, I got this. But he realizes he cannot go
Maybe Cube gets it.
Oh, maybe the Magic miss... Oh, there's no Arcane Bolt.
Yeah, no range. He didn't go for it. Also, Elisage playing the Shadow Demon level 7. No levels in Shadow Poison.
Interesting.
Soul Catcher and Disruption. Yeah, even when you were position 5 Shadow Demon, I think you go for the poison, but I guess it's good versus the Naga and the Centaur to deal with their huge HP like that.
Yeah, and the Disruption copies Naga Illusions, which is always very useful.
Yeah. Yeah,
you can use it
true.
on your cores when you get Radiance, so, you know.
They have smoked as well, so they're searching for a kill, but who are they going to run into? That's the question. Maybe the Snaga, but he should be careful. Yeah. Oh, Lina breaks it. And Chen is down.
Chen died.
Oh.
Can they follow up though? That was a very nice disruption actually.
Yeah, they tried to go on the Skyrat, but disruption by Elisage, and they're just out. But you know what? You ran into a Chen. I think he's fine with that. You killed him with that smoke. He'd be happier if you didn't kill anyone, but if someone had to die, I mean, Chen is probably your best hero to do so. Just throw him into them, let him die.
Yeah,
Your Naga is farming.
It's good to spill some blood once in a while, otherwise you get cocky, right? So
Exactly. Gaben likes blood. You have to give him some. If you don't, he doesn't invite you to TI. Or
there you go. That's what you have to do, Lizard man.
Or you just lose the game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I usually sacrifice someone as well in my games too. Or I sacrifice myself a lot. I'm not feeding, I'm sacrificing myself. That's it. For the greater good.
Yeah, you're giving
what can you
blood
do?
to Gaben. You're
Yeah.
quenching
It's
his
my
thirst.
religion. It's my religion, right? Like you can't religion shame me.
That's true.
I'm not the feeder.
You should say that in your pubs when they start to report you and be like, guys, it's my religion. And then people are like, oh,
Yeah,
well, I guess we have to let him, man.
I guess that's it then.
That's it. We've lost this. Well, it's changing topics because I'm afraid where that's going eventually in this very wholesome cast. We were watching the Centaur gain the Blink Dagger, so they're gonna have some mobility. The Lina Shadowblade yields have the typical build. I think it might be time for Namiga to actually be able to propose skills.
Yeah, they definitely can. I think that maybe this Bloodseeker is the prey that they're looking for, but they step away from him with the Shadowblade and the Centaur. They did have that ward that did scout the Boogie's Mars, so seeing him there made it a bit scarier.
They do have a Radiance almost complete on Blood, and on top of that you also have DK with Maelstrom, so you have, or almost completed Maelstrom. You have ways to deal with
Mars?
He has the Arena of Blood. They know that this is not the best target. Like they have to
No,
be
they
really
could
sure
have
they
killed
can
him
kill
for sure. He's so alone, but Lina basically wanted to go for Bloodseeker. He wanted to go for a bigger kill.
Okay, Arena of Blood now stuck inside it. Stampede won't work too well, but Boogie is tanking this quite nicely for now. But in the shrine, a bit difficult as the TPs come in, ensure the kill onto Boogie. Go for Cube as well. They have a way to cancel that TP. Yes, they do. Yule Scepter and goodbye Cube.
Yeah, they use the Yules. They pick him up, stop his port, and they take him down as well. Bloodseeker should have that Radiance now though. Yeah, any second. It's flying out. So they get 2 kills. Why they did let the Mars run in like that is because Lina was searching for the Bloodseeker and didn't find him. And Elisage sacrifices himself to the Blood Gods once again. You know, it's alright. as we said before.
His religion, man, don't shame.
Yeah. His religion is sacrificing himself and flaming everyone in pubs. You know, this guy, like he used to play. I don't know with Nisha, who's in secret now. They were doing really well in what was the name? King Win.
King Win. They were also a signature or singularity before that. Yeah.
Alternate attacks, I believe, right?
Yeah, they were alternate attacks. They were singularity King Win. I mean, they were. Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna kill two quickly, easily. There, very good rotation there actually by the Amiga. Yeah,
And
go on,
like they were all around like rank 20, rank 10.
Yeah, they're
Nisha was even top 10, exotic deer too. But El Lisage is like rank 2000, 3000 all the time. And like that guy is just always behavior score F, so he couldn't get out. He used to flame a lot.
They play with him because it's the Polish stack, though. I mean, they talked about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But the
Yeah,
power
yeah,
of the
there's-
Polish stack.
And I mean, they played really well. They improved a lot when they played together. I was playing with versus them a lot when they were really bad, and then suddenly they improved and we couldn't win versus them when they became King Win and all that. So, top
Man,
lane Sky.
sponsorship wins games, right? It's the money, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that they stuck together for such a long time and just improved as well.
Yeah, they add.
I wonder what's gonna happen with that Ad Finem stack. Yeah, the new one.
Well, I hope it goes well again, man. I love that Adfinem divided themselves among like the world, right? And they went to SCA, Europe, and they're like, you know what? I just like Greek people. Can we just go back to playing with Greek people? Sure, man. Yeah, whatever. Let's make a stack.
I mean, that's a great thing. They go everywhere, gather experience, you know. And
Bring it back to Greece, man.
yeah,
Alright. Well,
this game went from 0 to 100 very fast. They lost
it's
to
a
tier
huge
3.
lead for the guys in the Amiga right now. This skill on the Chen is just nowhere near worth it. The amount of commitment for this poor Chen, man.
Every single time, it's just the Chen that falls. Oh, Skyrat. Oh, Skyrat, you're just dead.
And now we're seeing the impact of Alina. Now we're starting to see what she's meant to be doing. There's a blood right here that's not going to really stop him.
But they won't be able to catch anyone with the Yules because of it, so that's good. But they will lose this shrine that's right next to the Roshan, I believe, very soon. And I don't know what happened. Bloodseeker finished his Radiance and then just died a couple of times, and they weren't able to utilize it. Once, I believe. They weren't able to utilize it or do anything with him. And now he's waiting for the BKB, I guess. It looks like they find it very easily taking him down, so he can't approach them. Dragon form has been used as well by Wish without any effect. That arena that you just mentioned before, just to kill the Chen. And if you check out Mars, he didn't go for that blink, he went for Desolator instead, realizing that they actually need damage. And God's Rebuke can help versus the illusions too.
I mean, you're just having a tough time dealing with a Naga now that she's finally come online, though. I'm seeing, like, Montastal Diffusal playing, and her peak is so much stronger right now than anything, because it's just kind of the thing with consistent heroes like Bloodseeker or DK is that they don't actually have a power peak where you're like, this is the strongest point. They just kind of steadily rise. Besides the level 6 for Bloodseeker, right? For the Rupture, that's like a specific point. But Naga does. Once you get those 2 items, she's online, she's ready to attack, and we're seeing the impact now. Lina makes it really difficult to approach her as well. You want a God's Rebuke, but Lina punishes you hard with Life Trapper, right?
And Lina is getting, Naga is getting that Skadi now as well.
Yeah.
So 3 items on her. She's in a super good state at the moment, yeah. Harder to kill her, and she's just going to go high ground with them, it seems, on the bottom lane. When it comes to high ground defense, they don't really have a whole lot to do. They're...
What is he? Yeah, the high ground defense you're mentioning is not the best. And okay, they're gonna back.
Yeah, Naga didn't join them. She went for the shrines instead. Gets the shrine, continues farming. I mean, when you're playing a Naga in a game such as this one, I believe you could be pressuring them, you could be ending the game, but you can also just completely control their jungle and send these illusions to farm with. Like, you can farm the whole jungle all the time and keep them tied up in their base. They're not doing that though. They're just leaving Astral behind, and this might be a dead Astral. See, he tries to TP, but it doesn't work.
It's just a try, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's the intention that counts, but it's failed.
If he used the Phantom's Embrace and instantly TP'd, maybe it would work, but yeah, he just embraced him and embraced his death as well.
Exactly. The BKBs here for war might make a difference. I'm like the DK is also going for BKB. I'm assuming, right? Yeah, they're both going for BKB. So this could be a point of inflection.
He's stuck in trees.
Who?
Help him.
Oh.
Wish.
What? Did he blink there?
Yeah, he's stuck, man.
This is my life now. This is my home. Oh.
At least his Midas was on cooldown still, so he couldn't use it. Imagine if he didn't, if he could use a Midas and he was stuck in trees. That would be.
I would straight up disconnect. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing you can do with
That's
that.
too much, right? That's
Yeah.
too much. Massive Midas. That's too much.
Alright, there's a smoke now from Dire. Seeing they can catch. I mean, they would likely juice your target, but I think they're just gonna find Cube here, who's being the sacrifice. Oh, they're not even gonna find Cube actually. So blind smoke does not work here. But you're getting more space for your cores anyway. They're farming out. Zitrax is farming more efficiently than the Bloodseeker, and Lena's trying to get that axe. You're happy.
It's very interesting the way they smoked because they have these deep wards, so you should have an idea where they are. Shouldn't be just hunting Cube there, but yeah, they smoke up. They try to get Cube. They don't even get him. One more thing, this Dragonite went for Maelstrom, so he should be able to farm quite a lot. He's going for Mjolnir next, so this Dragonite, yeah, his biggest peak is level 6, and when he starts taking your towers, that's sure strategically, but later on, like, this hero hurts. Like, he can be very difficult to deal with too, and there we go. One blink and Naga is dead.
Yep, that's the ideal situation. Find Naga alone, don't let the counter initiation come, but... Obviously, I think, like, we were hyping up the Naga a lot, but I think the big part there was honestly the Lena's Lightstrike Array. Like, they couldn't do that because of the Lena. Now the BKBs are online, which makes us a bit different. Now they're also able to get these kind of pickups. It's not over yet for war.
Definitely not. I believe in them. Dragonite and with the BKB together with the Bloodseeker, they can fight them. It's all about how they approach these fights and take them.
Yeah,
if they manage to get these pickoffs, yeah. If they manage to get these pickoffs, like the one they just did on Naga, this game shouldn't be too difficult for them.
No. In fact, I mean, this pickoff now is actually kind of crucial because they get the time enough to, like, just get those basic core items, farm out the Naga. And just stopping her from farming allows you to... You just take over your map, because you were talking about this, right? She just oppresses you by taking away all the camps that could be yours, ideally. You take that away from her by killing her. Now you have a lot of farm available to you again.
I think Nemiga did a crucial mistake there when they abandoned the Radiant jungle. They used the arena, they used the dragon form, and after that was used, Nemiga decided, alright guys, let's go back to our jungle and farm it. Even though all their wards are on the Radiant side. I don't get that. They could have continued killing them there and scouting them with illusions. Just like they killed the Lisage now. So.
Putting the pressure is important sometimes. Like, if you do that, for example, you were saying as Naga you're happy farming, but you're also happy, for example, putting some pressure in this triangle, perhaps even taking this area over here to make sure that you can like push 2 lanes at once.
Absolutely perfect.
And
basically farming around there and creep skipping with illusions, right?
Exactly.
That would be so. Well, let's see. Chosen One has that in his room to work with. This could be good, but he needs that Lina, and she's just forcing him.
They're playing quite passively though right now in Amiga. Like they're not.
They are definitely. I don't like it. I think they're putting, I think they're putting all their eggs in one basket. This Naga, right?
Yeah. And it's not that safe when the enemy team has 2 cores and 2 cores are going for like pretty consistent late game builds. Like Radiant's Bloodseeker used to be built mainly because he could have a really good, better late game than the Sanjin Yasha build. So you definitely cannot discount this Bloodseeker. And as you mentioned, DK hurts. And once he gets Mjolnir, the Naga illusions won't be much of a problem either. They do take a tower though in the bottom lane, but it's a second tier 3 they take, so it's not that important.
Yeah, they had one already. So what do you think? Is this Naga going to be able to, well, let's like say, solo carry this?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you're not up against a team that deals badly with illusions, right? Which is DK and Bloodseeker Radiance. That's okay. They're going for ways to deal with you as well. Like, they're only itemizing for the Naga right now. Oh, this is a good kill though. Take down the Bloodseeker. That's perfect. Even with the Arena Blood, Yule Scepter to prevent all the damage onto the Lina. Wow, that Yule Scepter. Just don't bang your head against the wall. Because that headbang, she loses her life. Still no Naga to help them though.
Yeah. Naga with the Chen out pushing top lane, not trying to help them. BKBs have been used. Chen is recalling the Centaur as well, so they might even go for a kill on Shadow Demon here.
And this kill can transform into a Rax. Ideally, they forced the TP back, at least of Cube.
And the Glyph, so yeah, that's pretty decent. And the buyback from Elisage, so overall not too bad considering Lina was dead. I mean, we can speculate whatever. If the game is defaultly played out, I believe still WindAndRain have a small advantage. If they just continue farming, I believe this 3-core setup of theirs with Mars, Bloodseeker, and Dragonite should be able to take down Naga and Lina later on, and Centaur. But it's all about these small pickoffs. You can't say for sure if one team is gonna win if a Bloodseeker just runs in and gets blown up, right? If they don't set up their fight properly. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that the tri-core lineup is kind of scary. The build that also the guys from Amiga are going for, at least the Lina with a magic damage build, is not so much of a late game build. Centaur also went for very heavy utility rather than more of a, I guess, core Centaur you could call him.
Yeah.
So
well, the Mars. Yeah. But well, look at the Mars. He went for Desolator, BKB. Next are the Travels. So.
They're just preparing for the game, the late game. I think they know that this game will go a bit later, because Naga will, no matter what, make this game slow. Preparing for it. I don't know why the Amiga is so cocky, honestly. I would start putting a lot more pressure right now, if that was them. Even maybe comparing to Roshan, like, you have a pretty easy Roshan taken with Naga.
Naga did finish the butterflies. But you know what I think? They fell in a trap of being stuck in a game plan that's revolving around the hero. So even though you had a chance of, I believe, taking at least one side completely, you were in this Naga zone, right? Like, guys, we have a Naga, let's go back, let's farm, let's split push with the illusions.
Yeah.
But like, they looked so strong and difficult for WindAndRain to deal with. WindAndRain basically had no outpush. They couldn't deal with the pushes at all. So they had a huge opportunity, I believe, that they missed. I'm not saying that they can't still take this game even in a late game, but I just have a feeling that they missed that opportunity to end it even sooner. Now they will go into the pit that you talked about. This rush falls so fast.
It's just a delay.
Yeah. They're stealing our ideas.
Jesus, why are we playing for them, man? This is our problem.
Because casting is better.
Yeah.
It's more chill, and you don't get to lose all the time. You know what? Like, that's the best part about casting for me. I don't lose all the time.
It's true. You can only lose jobs. That's the only thing you can do as a caster.
I mean, yeah, that's not great, but when you're playing in a tier 2, tier 3, you don't get paid anyway, so it's not like you have a job. you don't have anything to lose and you're still losing. That's not great.
What a beautiful philosophical statement here. Alright, kill the tower first. Well, then we can go further. I mean, they have Aegis. Just, I believe in your pressure. You can, now they're taking the high ground that I was talking as well. So it's starting to play aggressive. They got this butterfly. I think the Naga acknowledged she's farmed now. She's done.
Oh,
she's set. Like, now you take it over this triangle. You shove out constantly the mid lane. I'm
Hopefully you don't go back into your jungle and let them creep out and kill your Naga. Hopefully you just continue this pressure around their base and you spam the illusions and spam and just keep them in until they smoke out. You force them to smoke out because they're getting no farm. And then once they smoke out, you have these good wards on the cliffs and you take a good fight. That should be your plan, but we'll see.
Oh, one second. Let's right back.
Alright. So, I lost my caster, I guess, but guys, don't worry, I don't know what his camera is following. That's the difficult part. I would continue casting, but I don't know where his camera is. I don't see it on the minimap. In any case, I'll just check the items a bit. Naga. That Aegis is still up for 3 more minutes, so not in a really big rush. Yeah. Wish. Has that Mjolnir completed? Boogie going for Aghanims actually on Mars. Well, that's interesting. I haven't seen Aghanims on Mars purchased recently at all. It's going to be interesting to watch. And they're just stuck in their base. That's exactly what they're doing. What's exactly what they've been doing the last few minutes, ever since they got the Aegis. Nemiga just hovering around them. And it doesn't look like War even wants to get out. WindAndRain, they're satisfied with this. They're just alright with the status quo, and they're just waiting out the Aegis, I guess. Cheese, however, will not disappear, and that's picked up by Mellow. The problem is Mellow, this Lina player, he still has some items that he can pick up, and he's farming away all around the map, while WindAndRain are just stuck inside their base, waiting for these scraps of creeps that go their way to take them down. Welcome back.
I'm back, yeah.
No problem. I just didn't know where your camera was, that's the issue.
Oh no, my camera was looking over the... Man, I got it. I had my camera assistant. I pay a guy just to control the camera for me.
Ah, you're next level, dude. You're next level.
So like, if there's any mess-ups in the camera, guys, it's because of my slave. I mean...
Just message at the JJ Libby, guys, on Twitter if you have any camera problems.
Alright, stop the Chosen One for now. He actually went for the Heart build, so he heard our complaints as well. He's like, I need to build this carry. Heart, unbeatable, the Chosen One. Really difficult to actually bring him down, even with Wish, because he went for
he's killing the Bloodseeker! Almost.
Oh, with a Blade Mail.
Almost. The Blade Mail on the Centaur, man. You don't use Rupture on that guy anymore. He's going to kill you with it. I love the tip. I love the tips as well.
Okay, Chosen One with that Soul Catcher. He could be going down. They need some help here. And the God not good enough. He's tanking quite a lot, but it's not enough to survive this teamfight war. Take the important kill on the Centaur. And now you lost essentially your main pusher here in the high ground. So I think it's time to retreat.
You lost your front liner, and he's down for 17 seconds. This is a huge opportunity for WindAndRain to get out of their base and do this, maybe. Kill Astral first. Man, this Dragonite is a beast. He's so manly right now. And only level 23 too. Has that sick plus 180 gold talent. Didn't go for strength, he went with gold. Alright. I guess you can buy the Reaver for that gold eventually, so it's more value.
Who, sorry?
Well, Dragonite.
Oh, right. The gold. Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, he does have a Satanic. Why do you need more strength, man? Don't get greedy with it. I actually think the strength talent is much better, to be honest, because the gold eventually, like, you're limited by your slots, but the strength is extra slot.
But you can be a Black Dragon with gold.
Or you can be a Black Dragon without gold, just farm better, noob.
Or just kill the Russian Aghanims.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're thinking next level, man. That's how you're supposed to win games.
Just think about Roshan's Aghanims, right? Wait it out. Wait out 5 Roshan Aghs. That's it.
I mean,
you know what I hate? I hate it when my core, who has an Aghanims, is telling me, don't pick up that Aghanims, I need the slot. And he sells his Aghs to get the infused one. I hate that. just saying.
He does need the slot, man. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do if your carry is not 7 slotted, man?
But it feels like such a treat, you know. Even though it's better, in many games it's better to give him. It feels so bad. You're like this support. You could use that Aghanims, like it would be like you have Brown Boot Stick and suddenly Aghs. Early Christmas.
Oh,
mid-lane Chosen One.
No, getting scared with Soul Catcher again. The initiation on Chosen One's gonna work out. Hanagon's been healing nearly enough, and thanks to the Soul Catcher, another quick kill. Fervent goes down as well to Wish. Those BKBs are working out for them. I'll just say,
there's no buyback.
I think a lot of pros don't give the Aghs to the carry, man. I was actually making a sarcastic comment because the peak of the support here with like an extra Aghs in the late game means your support is suddenly relevant again.
So, I know. I was kidding as well. I was just talking
I'm
about
just saying
props.
to our viewers because I'm afraid that their viewers are gonna start to ask that for like they're gonna play carry and be like,
guys,
Lizard said I can.
You deserve it. Don't let your dreams be memes. Take that, tags. Oh, Zitrax. Oh. He's caught.
Yeah, he's got a tower, man. But they are catching him out. So, tower for Zitrax, is that really worth it? Definitely not. Or not tower, Rex.
Yeah, what's worth it though is the fact that they aren't pushing, even though Centaur and Shen are dead. So he didn't really... yeah, he did die, but in the end he prevented them from capitalizing on the kills of Centaur and Shen. Unless they manage to push right now. If they manage to push right now before he respawns, and if they manage to, but it's impossible. Like it's only 60 seconds. They aren't even out pushing the lanes yet. Bounties are pretty good. Fate took the top 2 ones. Maybe you can take the bottom 2 ones. That would be very valuable. It looks like Namiga, they aren't really on their normal level of gameplay. Something's wrong. They're making a lot of mistakes. Chosen One is dying as well. 2-3 times out of position. They aren't taking these bounties on the bottom lane, even though one of their heroes doesn't have a buyback and could use that gold. Oh, well. We'll see. The push is coming, and 20 seconds without Naga. They do have a glyph, so they can use that to buy some time.
We're trying to take a tier 3 now, and without Naga, you have to wait her out right now.
Unless you just zap the Bloodseeker down somehow. That's possible.
Yeah, easy. Just 3k health.
Just kill him low.
Oh, they're gonna go in, BKB, but that is still a double Laguna Blade with the Aghanim, so yeah, maybe just kill him. That's actually gonna work. Your Faye starts to heal back up though, thanks to that Satanic working wonders. Your Faye making sure he stays alive for a while. The Hand of God comes in the end because Namiga just went into a terrible engagement. The Chosen One, the first to die, second to die, is here. The Lena catching out the Nagasara in the backlands, but instead going for the easier kill onto Fervian. Fervian, you better run, buddy. You better run. Make that gorilla run faster, Fervian. He silenced up. They stunned at the Naga again, but Bloodseeker's just countering a one here, the Chen. As Naga comes back in, decides to avenge your dead support, and they'll find the Bloodseeker finally. That was all they needed. Zitrak to be impactful.
Zitrak's to be impactful. And he is this time. They take down 3 cores. They're down for 90 seconds, and this should be forced buybacks for sure. On one side, Naga just respawned and they lost a tier 3. On the other side, I believe if they start pushing... I don't know why they're hiding. Why aren't you just pushing instantly? What's happening? It's mildly infuriating, you know?
Mildly? I am openly infuriated. This is...
Yeah, it's just triggering me. I don't want to say it, but it's triggering me.
It is, man.
Go already. Like, it's 3 of you alive versus 2, and it's only Mars and Sky. There we go. Force these buybacks. Now you can go back. Awesome.
Okay, good.
Skyrat is here.
Cube is playing with fire, man. Like, he's on a sentry, and he has gems, so he has double vision in this area.
Yeah.
You can see Slark.
You can see Slark?
Yeah, if you put a gem and a sentry together, you can see Slark. That's how DOTA works.
Yeah, I heard that. It's the new patch, right?
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's a good counter, because Slark is one of the best heroes this patch. So.
Yeah. I mean, something had to change. They couldn't let that Slark be invincible forever. But they do have Naga to get him out of invisibility, though.
Yeah?
That's 6th hero of WindAndRain that we don't see. There's obviously a Slark. But he's very slippery.
Exactly.
If they want to catch him, they have Naga to do it.
He has been invisible this whole game, man. It's really tough. He's just waiting for his moment to strike.
We have 2 butterflies now on Naga, you know, as well.
Okay.
There you go.
This is when you start to think, like, when Zitrak buys this and he's looking at his flocks, it's like, guys, I think I farmed too much. Like, this is... Like, you've had a big meal, and you just feel a bit bad, because you've ate out of greed.
Dude, I ate so much today, you don't have to, like... I made 5 eggs, and then I finished it off with a chicken barbecue.
5 eggs?
Okay, that was my, like...
Are you Michael Phelps? Hello? Why
Wait, 5 eggs? That's not a lot. I eat that twice a day, but I finished it off. I went out and made a barbecue.
10 eggs a day?
Yeah, I made chicken barbecue and ate that as well instantly after eggs, because my father wanted to eat, so I ate with him, you know, and I was like, alright, whatever. What's gonna change in an hour? I'm gonna be a little bit hungrier, but it doesn't matter. Lina has refresher and the ages, like,
yeah,
so
Laguna, man. In
this
fact,
time
it's double Laguna. Laguna to the 4th power. If you get the Grimstroke ultimate.
Yeah, double Laguna. Fog. She's 25 as well, has that 175 attack range, but it didn't matter for her so far, at least, because Mars has always been on top of her. And speaking about Aghanim Scepters, Mars has one as well. He bought out.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay, there's the Rupture onto Lina. She still has the Aegis though, so she can tank this Rupture for now. So I'm gonna Siren. Nah, man. Just back out and farm. Just back and farm.
Well, Dragonite did port in. He used the form. That's why they're backing out, right? Because that's still quite a big cooldown. That's 40-50 seconds without Dragon form. once it's out. And once it's out, you can go reset and go again.
It's massive, and they can't go for counter kills here, or sorry, like smoke kills, because you lost Rupture as well. So it is. I was joking about it, but it is a really good backup. In fact, Lina, she likes the refresher shard so much, she's going for a real refresher. It's like when you demo a game, and now they get. Oh, this is crucial. Bloodseeker dying here is bad.
Oh my! Why is he there?
Terrible. Now they're fighting without DK form because it's about to expire, and without Bloodseeker.
Yeah, and DK also bought back, so he can't even go in front, he can't fight them. And now Bloodseeker is going to have to buy back. Let's see, Lina has a buyback. No, doesn't have a buyback, but has the Aegis. Naga has a buyback, so she can travel back in, travel back in.
Oh.
Basically, they can just show their bodies at them now.
Yeah, they're throwing the center for now. They forced the first buyback they're looking for. No BKB here for War. Wish is doing his best without Dragon Form. It's not that great. They do manage to kill off the Chosen One, but he immediately buys back, and they see the Bloodseeker. They just don't have enough mana to combo with the Light Strike Arrays. They hit him with the Ensnare. Where's the extra damage Penitence used? They're to help him out. The Aegis still available. We want to lose it. There's a triple stomp. They got it. And with this, they can set up and destroy Faye. That's a dieback. Wish is the next to die here with the Inksoul hitting him. Goodbye to Wish. As they blow up Mars as well, forcing him to buy back. There's nothing they can do. They lost 2. And now 4, actually. No need for double Laguna, man.
Yeah, no need for double Laguna. That Centaur as well, jumping in, baiting everything on him. He dies, even though he had cheese. It was in stash, so he couldn't use it immediately. He dies, he buybacks. This is the problem. Like, your Bloodseeker gets picked off. The moment he's dead, they can force the buyback. If they force the buyback, game is over, because you can just invest them into your own buybacks, right? You have 4 heroes with it, so just spam buybacks until you win. Just throw your bodies at them. They didn't perfectly execute this last fight, but it worked well enough, and they win it. Overall, the game was a little bit sloppy from both of these teams at times. Nemiga Gaming proving us a little bit wrong when it comes to Naga and how strong she will be in the late game. But then again, it doesn't matter how strong a hero is if a core of the enemy team gets picked off and dies somewhere alone in the river. You know, if something like that happens 45 minutes in, of course you're going to lose, no matter how strong or how far ahead you are. So, looking forward to Game 2 nonetheless, seeing what these two teams have in store when it comes to their own meta and their own picks. Bloodseeker, Dragonite, definitely not something that we see a whole lot of.
It didn't work badly for them, though, I gotta say, for WindAndRain. It wasn't one of those drafts that like they lost because of the draft. If they played this a bit better, they didn't make a couple mistakes they did towards the end, especially the death of Faye there, completely alone, they could have taken this game easily. So, you know, let's see what like you're mentioning, let's see what happens in this game number 2. Let's see if it'll be a 2-0, or if War get that tie, and we get to see that super great game number 3. Nemiga Gaming win game number 1. Your cast for today, D Swordfish and Lizard. We'll continue on with the next game of the series. Enjoy some tunes while we wait for that to start. Until then, guys.